Amanda? Looks like he already pled to the impeding.
Fuck.
Okay.
Well, why is it streaming on YouTube?
Because we put it live on YouTube as part of the rules of the court Zoom. This is Judge Smolenski. Is that Mr. Grandy?
Yes, hello.
Mr. Grandy, who else is with you?
My mom is in here.
Yeah. Okay, is that Lakeside address still a good address?
Yeah.
Okay, help me understand if I can, because they just pulled your file up. You had originally back February 18, okay, it's October 1 today, so this is every bit of 8 months ago practically, okay?
Yeah.
You got a ticket for both impeding traffic as well as driving suspended at the same time, correct?
What do you mean impeding traffic? What's that mean?
A civil infraction violation for.
No, I think what it was I got pulled over and I got the driving with the suspended license, but then Felix dude said that if I plea, then
They
it'll go
change it to
down.
the impeding traffic and drop the driving suspended.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had that back September 15. Okay, today's October 1. So say 2 weeks ago, September 15, that you admitted to that impeding traffic ticket already. Do you remember doing that at all with the court? Or did you get the impression, did you talk to anybody after you talked to Felix Tarango?
No.
Or like you like to call him Felix Dude?
Sorry, I forgot his last name.
No. Did you talk to him after that appointment, or was that pretty much it? Did you talk to
That was
anybody?
it. No, he
You
told
never
me I was
zoomed in
supposed to.
again?
No, he told me I was supposed to call the court
Oh,
to
because most of the time
accept
that
the plea.
impeding, yeah, because most of the time that impeding traffic ticket is you just pay it over the counter. Do you remember when your meeting with him was? Would that have been around September 15?
Yeah, I think it was September 4th.
Okay. So all we're going to do is dismiss the ticket for driving suspended. If you admit responsibility on the impeding traffic, it's a civil infraction. You get a fine, you get points on your record, but the driving suspended misdemeanor gets entirely dismissed. So it's a way to resolve the case without having it be a misdemeanor, even if you think you were driving, I'll just say perfectly. I don't know what caused the stop. Like,
Well,
what was the stop for?
Well, it was because in November of 2019, I got pulled over and the cop told me it was $100 ticket. So I went and I paid $100, but it was 110
Where?
in
Where?
Allegan County. It was
Uh-huh.
$110 instead of 100. So, I mean, I paid it, but then I never knew I
Oh,
owed
because of that
$10.
$10 difference, it caught up and caused a problem and your license got suspended?
Right, so on February 18th at 1 a.m., I got pulled over. And then
Yeah.
when I woke up in the morning and when the court was open, I went and I paid the $67 that was with the
Like the
fees from the
balance?
$10.
Yeah.
And then at
Would
3
that have been
o'clock,
would that have been at the Allegan court? Where you paid that $67? Where did you pay that 67?
the Allegan court,
Okay,
the
go ahead
morning,
then.
the morning of February 18th. And then at 3 p.m. on February 18th, I got a message from my mom saying that there was a letter in the mail from the court
Oh, yeah.
or the secretary.
Well, it's just that they kind of overlapped as uniquely as that happened. I mean,
Yeah, and
you
then
know,
but I mean all the other letters I've gotten have come to my house the day after I was supposed to do something. Like my license was
well, we're not
suspended.
always that fast, and COVID has slowed everything down, to be honest with you. It's caused a delay in everything. But has the Lakeside been the address the whole time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
during
wouldn't
COVID,
expect you to get the letter the next day. I wouldn't. Sometimes it doesn't even get there for a few weeks, but I get what you're saying. And technically what you're saying is if you would have known that it was 110 and not 100, none of this would have happened.
yeah, and
I'm
if I known my
asking,
license was suspended before I got
right,
pulled over, I would have paid it
right,
earlier.
right. I get that. That's you getting something from Allegan once you pay your 100 that says, I'm good to go. That's what you want when you pay them that first 100, because you were thinking you're good to go.
Right.
Your license is not impacted by it, and that was not the case. So in the future, hopefully you won't have any cases in the future, you'd want to get a letter from the court when you pay your fine that says, I'm good to go. Done everything I'm supposed to, paid everything I'm supposed to, good to go. So you can either go to a Secretary of State if you even needed to, they'd show you, good to go, valid license, as opposed to, oh, you owe 10 or 20 or 30 or whatever it was. Let me ask you this though, on that February 18th afternoon, when you got the ticket, what caused the police to stop you? Why was the car pulled over?
Well, it was an East Grand Rapids cop. It was like Plymouth and Franklin. He was sitting there just
Yep.
in front of the stop sign, and I pulled up to the stop sign, and he ran my plate while I was sitting
Okay.
there and saw it was suspended.
Okay, so then he could just see it. And is the car you're driving the car that's yours, or is it your mom and dad's?
No, it's mine.
So it would be in your name?
Hmm.
Yeah, they do that. They do that all the time. They run plates everywhere. They run plates. They got a computer right in their car. So yeah, they do that. This impeding traffic, because really what you're looking at, Mr. Grandy, is a technical violation. You were technically in violation, possibly could argue you didn't know it. Once you found out, you took care of it right away. That's really why the prosecutor's throwing that whole case out, because he believes you. He believes that you thought you took care of it, technically didn't take care of it all. Seems like it would have been helpful for the Allegan County people to have told you, by the way, you owe X more, instead of just taking the 100 and calling it good. Because like I tell people, don't leave until you get a paper that says you're good to go. Because you don't want to have something, then people forget or something happens, they get busy and oh my God, they forgot all about the other 20 bucks.
Right.
And next thing you know, they're suspended. So what this is a technical violation, but not one where you purposely drove suspended and said, ha, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
You just had a technical violation, but now you've gotten it cleared up. You'll still, assuming you went to Allegan, and I believe you too, took care of everything there. This impeding is a way to resolve the whole case here. Do you understand?
Hmm.
Any questions?
Do you know how much the ticket will cost?
$165.
Okay.
Do you know how long it will take you to pay it?
When do I have to? Is it able to pay
Well,
it
I'm
right
just
now?
saying, we don't want it to turn into the Allegan problem.
Right, but I can
We don't
pay
want
it
it
right
to
now.
turn into something, I'm sorry, tell me again?
I can pay it right now.
Well,
Do I
that's
just go
good,
to the
but I'm just
63rd?
saying, I'm not expecting you to pay it this minute, but I am saying I'd like to give you time if you need it, but I'd also like to have a deadline so that you know and don't forget, and this doesn't turn into one of those. Not that you did, I'm just saying I don't want this to turn into one of those, thought it was done, it wasn't.
Yeah, I can pay it right now though. So do I just go to the 63rd District Court?
Yes, but I mean,
Website.
what's really easy is stick it in an envelope with a check or a money order and put a stamp on it and mail it to us. Don't even drive out here. 1950, like the year. East Beltline. It's probably older than your mom. 1950.
Okay.
East Beltline. That's our address. Stick it in an envelope with your name for this ticket, and that'll be the end of it. Are you with
Okay.
me?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, so I'm accepting the fact that you're admitting responsibility on the impeding traffic with just what they call a technical violation being suspended. Because if they look at it technically, you were suspended, which is why the cop even talked to you. If it came back good, he wouldn't have talked to you at all. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I get that you weren't trying to fly in the face of the law. You thought you technically were okay, found out later you weren't, which is why you took the other $67 to Allegan the next day. And I appreciate that you took care of that. I'm just saying, don't get any more tickets, period. Just don't get any more tickets till you're 90, 95, whatever. Don't get any more tickets. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, 165, let's just have you mail it. I'm just gonna put here like Halloween. That's, a month from right now, the 31st of October. But you mail it in the next week or so. Just don't send cash. It's hard to keep track of cash. Send a money order or a check. If your mom's gonna write the check, pay her back. Don't mess that up. Just 165, you're done with this case.
Okay.
And actually, I believe impeding traffic is no points on your license. I'm pretty positive I'm right on that. No points. Whereas a DWLS is 2 points. If you don't have any point issues, then it's not a problem. You don't have any point problems. But if you do have point problems, contact the SOS, see if you can take one of those online classes where if you fulfill this class, they take the points off your record. They do that. You could look into it. If points are an issue, I'm hoping they're not.
They are.
Questions for me, Mr. Wassenaar?
Mr. What?
I said questions for me at all? Did I say Wassenaar?
Yeah.
I said the wrong name. My apologies. Can you hear me? My bad, totally. This Mr. Grandy?
Yes.
I just had a guy named Wassenaar, so that's why I said that. 2 seconds before I talked to you, the guy's name was Wassenaar. Believe me, when you get to my age, you'll be doing stuff like that too. I'm glad I'm not operating a doctor in the emergency room. Okay, so Mr. Grandy, not trying to be funny. Do you feel like you get what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So take care of the 165. We'll deal with it from there. The other tickets are all dismissed. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot.